Hello and welcome to KamenRider Blackman, and today we will be talking about the next Sentai coming after Dawn Brothers. The news for this is about 2, 3, or 4 days old, but there are Television scans out right now which I want to look at because there's the suits, the name of the weapons, and even the mechs, to which I do all have opinions on, because this is like my second look at the suits, but looking at them now, I have a bit more of an opinion about them. And so, let's get into it. Alright, so the 47th Sentai, right after Dawn Brothers, is going to be called Osama Sentai KingOhger, and it's insect and royalty themed, since each of the Rangers are apparently going to be kings and one queen. So, right off the bat, let's talk about the suits. And I'll say this, I do like the suits. Going down, I like how armored they are. And they kind of remind me of Grand Caesar and Ryu Kendo mixed together. And it's just so different and still new that our actual body, or at least chest armor, is being coordinated into the suits. We got something like that before by now with the Pato Rangers and how they have pauldrons. And again with Dawn Brothers with how they have chest armor coordinated into their suit designs. But seeing each Ranger just wear armor for a standard suit, that is phenomenal. And I quite like this on all of them. And if I was to not like one thing per se, it might, for me at least, it might be the helmets. Like, the helmets here, they seem a little too simple. Like, simplicity in the suits, for me, is always going to be fantastic. But for the helmets, especially insect-themed, you kind of expect more detailing, like, everywhere on the helmets. Like, here's what I mean, for example. Think of KingOhger and how ornate the suits are, and then you get to the helmets, where there's designing all around. Like, that's what I was expecting for this, especially for something royalty-themed. It's like, I'm looking at Red's helmet right now, and I don't know. It just feels like his helmet and the others should be a bit different. Like, simplicity for the helmets, it shouldn't be too bad. But, I don't know. For me, it's probably preference. And that's going to be a bit weird because I actually quite like the helmets from Ohranger and how they just have shapes on them. But that's a bit different because, once again, it's fitting into their motif and theme, and they have more detailing and molding around. Or at least that's that on the face, and then they have the lips. It's straight to the point, and it works there. And with that said, let's see here. Red's helmet's not particularly my favorite. Black's is... holy crap. They actually do wear capes, sort of, with these suits. Okay, that's royal. Anywho, back to Black. His helmet is... because he's apparently based off of a wasp. It's... I don't know. It's just... it's like... I don't know, it kind of doesn't do it for me. And with that said, out of all these suits, Purple's is my favorite because I love his look going down and I love his helmet the most. And he's based off of a butterfly and the visor works fantastic there. To which, big shock right now, this team has a Purple Ranger right from the jump. Like, Purple is not an additional Ranger coming in later. Like, this is a team of 5, and it's starting off with purple in that 5. That's awesome. That is straight up awesome. Because the color pattern here is like red, black, blue, yellow, and purple. Most times, for something like that, instead of purple, we would get pink, like how it is in Dawn Brothers. But no, we get something different. We have a purple ranger, and in honest to God, I would like to see more variations in the colors, especially for, or at least for the starting 5 in Sentai, because that's just something it's just something nice to have, to be different. Because think about it, in KingOhger, KyoRuger, and Ryu Soldier, including Live Man, there's both a Black Ranger and a Green Ranger on the same team together, where most times it's either one or the other. And hell, think about the colors for Ninja and Zenkaiger. You get red, white, blue, yellow, and pink. And it's different. It's nice. It's something that it wouldn't hurt to see more of. Especially with purple, which is the color that I would like to see more of. Or in Sentai, because purple is a nice color, and while I don't mind it usually being saved for additional rangers, it's just nice to see it whenever it comes up. And so, let's actually talk about all the rangers right now. And so, starting off with red, he is KingOhger, no name yet, and for what we see here, he is based off of a stag beetle, and has a barbaric fighting style and a fighting spirit. Okay, I guess. And so, yellow is KamenRider, and she is based off of a praying mantis, to which her helmet definitely feels like it should be more. Like, with all the neat details on a praying mantis is all. Like, from here, it just looks like they got the body up for the visor, but it just should be a bit more. And so, for KamenRider, she's apparently selfish, but would sacrifice herself to save her kingdom and her people. So, Yellow Buster 2.0, allegedly speaking. And so, blue is based off of a dragonfly, and he is KingOhger. He's competitive, loved by his people, and with a soul that will never quit. Okay. Huh. Blue suit's also quite nice. And so now to back to purple. He is based off of a butterfly, and he's called KamenOhger. Neutral, cold, just like his kingdom. To which he's possibly already my favorite. And I will say too, with that suit, it's a really light shade of purple. I think called mauve. If anyone's familiar with that color mauve, then I don't know. That's just something I realized. 'Cause that's a really light shade of purple with darker highlights around the suit. And lastly, black, who is based off of a wasp named KingOhger, and he is cheerful and will do whatever it takes to protect his people, and his fighting style is unpredictable. Alright, nice. And just seeing a bit more scans. Let's talk about their weapons now, because they all get a sword. Well, they all get swords, and they're called the Ohger Caliber. And right now, it's like they're insects on the swords. I'm getting sort of vibes like the Holy Swords from Saber, as well as the Hyperzector from Kabuto. The first time I saw this sword too, I got the feeling that it was brown, like a tree, because, I don't know, I was expecting a bit of a nature feel. Still kind of am because of the bugs on it, and so let's talk about what else. The KingOhgers, or maybe red, I honestly can't tell because this one image, it's just red holding this stuff. But from what we see, the KingOhgers, I guess, also have a shield called the King Weapon. And it has, holy crap, this is a weapon that comes in 5 different modes. So it'll be like each ranger has their own individual weapon. So I see that they're taking note from Q Ranger. So for red, he would get a shield. Well, the King Weapon would come in a shield mode. So, red would be fighting with a sword and shield. Blue would get his weapon in a gun form. Yellow would get a sickle form from her weapon. Purple would get a crossbow mode. And black a claw mode. Kudos for them to revisit this idea that was done in Q Ranger, where they technically all get the same weapon, but it comes in different modes for each ranger to, like, well, have this that's special to them. My mind is really blanking out on words. God, to think I would need these scripted. And now for the mechs. Reds is automatically my favorites because it's a stag beetle that looks cool. It's so cool. Yellows is also nice because for a praying mantis Zord, it's not terrible. And last, there's blue that's... Not blue, I mean black's that's nice too. But his Zord's a wasp, so it's automatically small. But still, these mechs are not too bad. Now, to see them all come together... KingOhger. Oh, wow. Team is called KingOhger, and their mech is called KingOhger. This mech looks nice, and it's been a long time since ever where I really like a mech. Like, Cure Mason looks cool, and it's fine, but... And I don't recall... I think it's been since Ryu Soldier where I really fell in love with a mech. But for this, it has my full attention. I really like how it's more... I kind of want to say function over fashion because they are mechs and they do have a technological, well, theme to them, to which it works here and it's quite nice. But wow, like the stag beetle, like I guess horns, they're out there. I wonder if those could come off actually, or be swords. But if not, then wow, they're just out there. And let me think too. Does this mech possibly come with multiple pieces? Looking at it now, because I'm seeing details on here for like a ladybug, a spider. Well, let me see what else. Possibly an ant, maybe? Because I'm looking all around and everywhere. And I wonder, is the butterfly Zord a... Is the butterfly the sword? Oh no, the butterfly becomes the sword with blue. Alright. I like this. I really like what I'm seeing right now. And they're... Wow, like, let's see here. There's... The spider is God Kumo. Ladybug, God Tento. Oh. Oh, shoot. That one right there, did I say it was an ant or something? Yeah, it's an ant. But it's interesting. Is this most likely... It seems like it most definitely is the first main mech to consist of more pieces than just the starting 5. About 10 from what we see here. And so, nice. This is really different and out there for a Sentai. And I'm just looking at all these pictures right now. I'm definitely interested in what we get. And wow, look at these weapons. Now I am curious about what is the Morpher. I cannot see anything for a morpher. So it looks like that's going to be a surprise. And so, okay. From what we got so far, this has my attention. I will definitely do another video about this when we get details on the cast, and hopefully we get an idea of the morpher. And so, with that said, I don't know. Like I said, I like the suits, but the helmets are still too weird to me. And purples is the only one that's my favorite so far. And God, for a 6th Ranger, please, for a 6th Ranger, don't let it be gold or silver. Just do not let it be gold or silver. And I say that because my mind's possibly coming off of Juko B Fighter, and will into next year when I watch B Fighter Kabuto. Because you have the idea of insects that they're working with, insects come in all different shapes and colors. So use that to your advantage to really think of something for the 6th Ranger. Hell, here's an idea. What if the 6th Ranger was white? It's been a long time since we've had a white 6th Ranger, but really I'd be fine with any color. White, cyan, gray, just crimson. Crimson would be fly. And so, just throwing that out there. And now, thank you guys for watching. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, share this video, tell your friends about KamenRider Blackman, and Merry Christmas. See you next time.